Thanks, Ben. And just down the road, Amber Worthy is Mount Pleasant tonight, keeping an eye on things in the Low Country. And with power still out in most of the areas there, people just scrambling to not only find places to stay, but places to eat as well.
Yeah, that's right. So many people are hungry out there. Fox Carolina's Amber Worthy is live at the local Waffle House with some very hungry folks. And Amber, it looks like the power has been restored behind you finally.
Yes, and it was so interesting when we got here. The lights were completely off, but the parking lot was full, so that was what was kind of intriguing. But there is a full restaurant of people who've been waiting to eat for quite a while. When we got here, they were cooking by flashlight, only taking cash. But we also found some people who had the same problems we were having finding food. He says you drove around, Laura, for quite a while.
We did. We thankfully did not lose power, but we were getting a little stir crazy at home, so we got out of the house, drove around, went down 17. A lot of the restaurants, total power outages, cops were on the roads, lights were not working. So we drove by here and saw that they were open for business. So we said, hey, let's go on in. So
isn't that kind of typical for a Waffle House, though?
It really is. We did get a little nervous when we saw the notice earlier today where they said 2 of them in the state have closed. So you know what happens when they close Waffle House. It must mean that something big was coming. But thankfully, we survived and not minimal damage, which was great. So, and we are thankful for these nice folks to be opened and feeding all of these great people. So.
And then your family, how long did you have to wait, or was everyone just kind of going back home with their food?
You know, a lot of people are taking to go. A lot of people, they're just being really nice, you know, being patient, waiting for tables. You know, we probably waited maybe 10, 15 minutes, but, you know, everybody's in good spirits. I think they just want a good hot meal, so.
Is this normal for power to go out and then restaurants to lose power around the coast?
It is, but what was a little more odd was that one side of the road had power, but then the other side of the road doesn't have power. So it was a little bizarre, but I know they've got tons of workers out there trying to get our power back up and everything. So we do appreciate all of those hard workers and their families that are at home, you know, holding their own fort down. So.
And that is definitely the case for Charleston County, because more than 100,000 people were out without power, and only, 200,000 people in the state were without power, and half of them were here in Charleston. So it's a big deal for these people here, but luckily they do have at least one place to eat. Reporting live in Mount Pleasant, I'm Amber Worthy for the 10 o'clock news.